The rivalry between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Florida State Seminoles. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Miami's head coach told me before the game he has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start this season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So Florida State's offense will have the football first. We're accustomed to seeing close, hard-fought games in this series, but last time they met, it was only the Seminoles doing the punching as they knocked out Miami.
Man, they were throwing haymakers, they were throwing combinations, and Miami had no answer for it. Right from the opening bell, David, Florida State jumped all over.
And you got to brag about it for a year, and it is so sweet. In-state, the state of Florida, both so talented.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And the defense comes out on the very first play of the game on the road, and they bring the energy, and they... sack. They came into this one on fire, ready to go, and that is a statement early.
Motion from the wideout. Here's Raiola to throw. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Raiola from the gun on third down. Right side, it's Lopez. Gets away from one, he's got space. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Boggs. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top-5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between two top-5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
There he goes. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. The Seminoles have their offense in high gear. Here's Raiola to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Running inside, it's Singleton.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. Out wide right, it's Boggs. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Seminoles go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Throwing Raiola. Turns it upfield.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. On the ground with the counter. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Noles back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Running the red zone. It's Croma. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver comes in motion. The play fake, Raiola. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Looking for more room. He's at the 30. Inside the... all the way back. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking for a gap. It's Croma. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Raiola can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the 1st quarter. First play of the period, 1st down here. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Fires immediately. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
He's got enough. Turning it on. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. And the Noles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Play action with Raiola. Throws to the wideout. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. These two have storied traditions in the history of the sport, but in the not-too-distant past, Miami actually considered giving up football, and Florida State was an afterthought.
You know, a lot of people forget back in the day when Miami was in the Big East, right? And Florida State was in the ACC. This was kind of an interconference battle every time they played, but no doubt, David, this game just holds so much more significance to both programs.
Both in the state of Florida, Florida State, Miami, the uniforms are so great, the lineage, the history of the players, so it does. It feels like this rivalry's been playing a lot longer than since 1951.
Can't make the grab, in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It is good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Miami's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes the sophomore running back. Last time out, scored a touchdown just under 100 yards in their victory.
And he has been as advertised. You're talking about him being a star coming into the season, and through the first part of the season, he's toting the mail. He's doing it all for this squad. Last week you saw him put up big numbers. It starts and ends handing the ball to the running back, setting the tone, Jesse, for this offense.
He looks bigger and faster to me, and I wasn't sure he could be that after how good he was a season ago. But this guy spent a lot of time in the gym and out running in the offseason. And the incredible part is he's putting so much production out every single game. When the defense knows he's getting the ball each and every play, it still doesn't matter. At this point, nobody can stop him.
Gets it to the back. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Turns it upfield. And he's going to come up just a tad short. Needed to get the ball to the 35, and they'll mark it at the 34. The Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Croma. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run him again. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Here's Raiola to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Singleton. Could not make his way to the corner. That play looked as if it had a chance to be productive, but the open field tackle stopped it.
And it's tough to get a running back one-on-one on the ground in the open field. You want guys swarming to the football to try to make that play, but understand that guy's a weapon. Good job by the defense seeing it, breaking on the football, getting him on the ground.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll send the back in motion. 4th down, Raiola. Out wide left, it's Lopez. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Here's Raiola to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Lopez. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. 4 wide receivers set, trips to the left on 2nd and 3. Moving the pocket, it's Raiola. Look out! And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Raiola to the air again. Makes the grab on the left. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quick give. It's Chroma. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Pulls it, trying to get the corner. And he's brought down after a short gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
He'll throw on third down. Right side, it's Brown. The Hurricanes will call their third timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half.
Shotgun fundamental. So key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
The Canes with the 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. To throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Here comes the heat. Snags it. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock. So they'll try the field goal and try to draw even here before halftime. And that is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And We are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. And the Seminoles will boot it away to start the second half. From deep, it's Wingo. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
The Hurricanes head coach told me at the half, this is exactly what he expected from two undefeated teams. Very closely matched opponents, and that's exactly how it played out in the first half. But he believes his team is better, and they can make some noise here to start the second half. I'll let you know on how things are developing here on his sideline as the game goes on. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Finds his man. It's Jacobs. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Got an alley. Breaks into the open. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front, nice execution, picking up not only the one, making it an even bigger play and getting the first down.
And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. And the Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw. Left side is Lofton. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for them.
Now, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
He's got it on the move. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up 1st and goal. These fans trying to be like a 12th man on defense and help them get a stop. With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Canes! With that, they grab the lead here in the second half. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. So as soon as they step on the field here in the 3rd quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own.
This is such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That one's going to get a little star mark beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Makes the catch, it's Jacobs. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Got it behind the line. It's Jacobs. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple points.
Better find the ear plugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Turns it loose. Upstairs, he's got it. Lots of running room. At the 20. Touchdown, Miami. With that score, number 1 might be staggering.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they put points up in electrifying fashion with an 82-yard toss for 6. Out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Checking in from the Florida State sideline. This defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys?
Okay, Holly. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think of swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. From the gun, running back gets the give. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Hits inside, it's Singleton. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, and now they're finding out about him.
The Seminoles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Throwing Raiola. Fires to the wideout. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And after the interception, the nifty return gets it back inside the 45-yard line.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Pulls it on the option. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the 3rd. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. There he goes. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the 1st down.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Brown. There's a crease. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st down, it's Brown again. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Sells to fake. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Hurricanes. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Raiola. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Making the adjustment on the play. Again, it's Raiola. Can't get him to the ground. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Unloads it left. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Trying to take it back. He's at the touchdown, Canes. The defense gets with that huge interception return. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
On the return, it's Singleton. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. And the pass interference penalty is costly. Wiping out the turnover. The run inside. It's Singleton. Swamped immediately. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Back to pass on 2nd down. Tough to get a rhythm off the bench, and the first one is incomplete.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
Rush right in his face. And it's a pick. No, he's out of bounds. Couldn't stay in bounds after catching the ball. It's simply an incomplete pass. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with the 1st down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Wants to throw it. Release to the back. Got his man. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They give it to him again. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Florida State. On to attempt to try. And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. They took it 71 yards down the field and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. So the defense can't stop the clock 3 times here, so they can't just kneel on it. Need to pick up a 1st down and protect this lead. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Just feeds the running back. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their 1st. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Chop, they're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the Dome. From the gun, the ground game. He's brought down right at the 30-yard line, well within field goal range, but let's see what they do on this 4th down. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go. And the field goal unit is on the field. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that pill around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Crosses the 45, just plowing ahead. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. The Seminoles, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to throw one first. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, yeah, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
One more play to pad the stats. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he'll just get rid of that one. A rivalry defined by wide rights, wide lefts, mascot arrest went right down the middle, and a well-earned victory for the Miami Hurricanes. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.